Hey, what's up, guys? Been getting a lot of questions on wearable technology, anything else we got, Apple Watches, Polars, Garmin's, all these new pieces of technology that we're wearing all the time, and EMF radiation. And EMF stands for electromagnetic frequency radiation. So anything that is a technology piece, be it a phone, an iPad, your internet service, your Wi-Fi in your home, all of these things are EMF radiation. Basically, they give off EMF radiation. And when we think about like wearing these things like on our bodies all the time, like what's the impact that's actually having on us? Now, it's not what you think in a lot of these different ways. And there's certain wearables that are higher on the scale. And I'm going to dive into why in a second. So if we think about our different pieces of wearable technology, be it, let's just go with Whoop and Aura for the first example. These are ones that are only focused on getting your information, your sleep, your HRV, your resting heart rate, your body temperature, these types of things. It's not worried about email. It's not worried about finding Wi-Fi. It's not worried about any of these things. So the unique part about the Whoop and the Aura specifically is that the only time they're giving off EMF radiation is when they're trying to find this, when they're trying to send the information it's pulling up to the cloud. So a really great way to do this is to actually put your wearable on airplane mode. Don't have it syncing constantly. You don't have to have it syncing constantly with your cell device or with the cloud. Why? Simply because it's still pulling data constantly as long as it's on. This light right here, that's not EMF radiation. EMF radiation is when it's actually trying to reach your cellular device, really actually trying to reach the cloud and push the data. So that is the one thing that we want to be aware of. Now, if we're going over to your Apple Watch or your Polar or your Garmin, where it's actually pulling in emails, actually just getting text message information, that EMF radiation is 10x. Why? Because it's constantly on. It's constantly pulling this information. It's constantly receiving information from the cloud and from the different cell towers. That's when it is continually connected. And I wanted to kind of dive in and understand even a little bit more. And so when I went and started to look into Whoop a little bit deeper, this information actually comes from their product experts and engineers that put this together. And so the Whoop 4.0 has a Bluetooth radio and wireless battery charging, both of which give off EMFs at very low levels, just like we talked about. So all wireless devices, whether it's a wearable device, whether it's an Apple Watch, whether it's a cell phone, a iPad, a laptop, your receiver for your internet in your house, they all do. But the 4.0 does so at regular intervals, so it's not continuously transmitting. So what we just talked about, where you can put your Oura Ring or your Whoop on airplane mode, so it's actually not pulling, the Whoop already does that on a built-in level. So that is something that I was really, really excited about when I saw that. And so the maximum total absorption of power by the human body from a Whoop 4.0 is 0.67 watts per kilogram, which when compared to your cell phone, for example, again, is about 10x less than. And the scary part about this is if you actually read, and I'm sure none of you do, I didn't, if you actually read the non-disclosure agreement that comes with all your cell phones, be it Apple or Android or whatever, it actually says that your cell phone should never actually touch your skin. So in your pocket, there should always be 12 or 1 inch, okay, 1 inch of space between your skin and your phone, which is wild to me, because how many females do you see throw it in their bra straps, or men wear it right down in their pockets, and it's crazy. It's always touching us. So anytime that I have my phone on my person touching me, I actually put it in airplane mode so it stops the translation of EMF radiation into our bodies. But going back to this, when we start looking at the Whoop, the worst case scenario for radioactive frequencies absorption rate has been lab tested to be 0.67 watts per kilogram coming into our body from Whoop. So the FCC's limits for products like Whoop is 1.6 watts per kilogram, which is, again, it's crazy to see, and really nice to see that they care about this type of thing. So when we're utilizing any type of wearable technology, be sure to go look, hey, what is the amount that's being put onto my body? And knowing that if it is greater than 1.6 watts per kilogram or anywhere along that scale, 0 to 1.6 watts per kilogram, that's where we're going to start comparing it. And knowing that Whoop is 0.67, really great to know, knowing that our cell phones are upwards of like 1.4, 1.5. So again, little tip, little tool that you guys can take back. Again, if you're going to do that, simply take your phone. I'm going to share my screen here with you guys for a second, just to show how very simple and easy it is. Into the upper right-hand corner, swipe down, just hit this little airplane dial. Yes, you're not going to get text messages. Yes, you're not going to get emails. It's literally like you're in the airplane. But you can throw this into your pocket now, and it's not emitting the EMFs that it is at that amount of level. Also, you're not going to have any of your wearable devices pulling information into your phone, so it's not searching for it. And so on your devices, it's not going to feel that way either. Then when you take them off, or your phone sitting beside you, take it off airplane mode, and then everything will be good again. So a really great way and tip just to be able to utilize to make sure that things are done in an appropriate way so that you can, again, maximize what you need. And again, is it different? Yeah. But when you own your different, we know that we can live life at a whole new level. See you next week.